Namaste. I'm Rishabh, and in this episode, we will be discussing the importance of, or the definition of, Layakari and Chhand. Now, Chhand is a new word that I'm mentioning here. I've mentioned Layakari before, but both of them have something to do with rhythm play or rhythm work. So, if our rhythm is going just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and our singing and our instrumental playing is also going like 1, 2, 3, 4, it'll be boring. It'll sound boring. Right? And the audience will get bored and they'll walk away. So what the artist needs to do in order to keep the people engaged, first of all, they'll improvise in the form of tans, alaps, everything that we talked about before this. So different types of tans, different types of alaps. And in one of them, to keep the audience engaged and to keep them guessing, they will get to Chhand and Layakari. Now, both of these are different terms, and I will get into what they basically mean. Actually, let's just dive into it right now. Now, first of all, what is Chhand? Now, if I'm just counting out a cycle, first of all, I will try not go into a lot of detail because it's not needed. You will get bored and then you'll probably switch off this video and go watch a cat video or something. So I'll keep it short and interesting, right? So first of all, what is Chhand? If I'm counting out a rhythm, let's say a 4-beat rhythm cycle, where will the sum be? On the first beat. It cannot be anywhere else. So 1, 2, 3. I'll put a counter up here so that it becomes easy for you to follow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. I will clap on the 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. That's our cycle. Now, what if I play around with the gaps in between the numbers? So what we're basically doing is 1 gap, 2 gap, 3 gap, 4 gap, 1. Now, what if I play around with the gaps? As in 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'll be playing around with the gaps in between the numbers, but this timer over here, this will keep on going as it is. This will keep on counting. This will help you stay on track, right? So let's play around with the gaps in between the numbers, and you will see why it lends a groovy quality to the rhythm cycle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now I'm just playing around with the gaps in between the numbers. And what does this create? This creates a chhand. Each variation would be a chhand. By playing around with the gaps in between the numbers and the emphasis laid on different numbers, we create a specific chhand, and that's it. That's literally it. Now, why this is important? So instead of saying 1, 2, 3, 4, I can replace these by notes, musical notes. So sa re ga ma, sa re ga ma sa, and so on. Now, two things over here remain constant, and that is what differentiates this from Layakari. What remains constant here? One is that I'm just saying one cycle, as in 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So even while I'm playing around with the gaps, I'm still saying one cycle, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back to 1. We always have to come back to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. I'm not increasing the number of cycles. I'm not going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1. Just one cycle, right? And the other thing is, even when I'm playing around with the gaps, I'm playing around with the numbers, with the emphasis, I'm always completing a cycle. So it's not like 1, 2, 3, where's the 4? You always have to complete the cycle and then come to 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Even when you're playing around, one cycle has to be completed till you come back to 1. This is Chhand, right? As simple as that. Now let's go to Layakari. What is Layakari? Remember how I said in Chhand, when we were making Chhands, we'll just recite one cycle. In Layakari, we won't do that, basically. So Laya means rhythm, and Layakari means rhythm play, rhythm work. Now how will that work? Now I will do something. I will recite the normal cycle that we were reciting all this while, and then I will do something. I'll modify it. See if you can tell the difference, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. What did I do? I recited it twice, but within the same time duration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. How can I do it? I mean, any student of mathematics can tell that you just double the pace and you'll get 2 cycles in the same time duration. How do I get 3 cycles? By tripling. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. How do you get 4 cycles? You quadruple the pace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Right? How do you get 5 cycles? This can go on and on and on until and unless it gets too fast to recite or play or sing. So 5 cycles would be increasing the pace to 5 times the normal and then getting 5 cycles out of it in the same time duration. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That was complicated, I know, but we quintupled the pace and we got 5 cycles in the same duration. Now, why is all of this important? This is numbers and this is dry, this is arithmetic, this is math. You replace these numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you can like play around with the numbers. You replace them with notes. Sa re ga ma pa dha ni, and then play around with them. And how could this get more and more and more complicated? Right now, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So this was Chhand, right? What if I play around with the numbers? So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, I say something like 1, 3, 2, 4, or 2, 3, 1, 4, or 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1. This could go on and on. This is another concept known as Chhand, but we'll get to that sometime later. So first of all, what we started out with, we play with the gaps in between the numbers, with the emphasis maybe, and then we create a new Chhand every time. Next, we went to Layakari, or rhythm play or rhythm work, and in that we increased the pace of the cycle to twice the pace, to thrice the pace, to 4 times, to 5 times the pace. Similarly, you can bring it to half the pace, 1/3 the pace, and play around with the rhythm. That is Layakari. You don't want to get into the theory of it, even the bare minimum, that's completely okay, it's understandable. You are allowed to straight away skip all of this video and watch my next video, which will be an exquisite performance by Pandit Ajay Chakraborty with Pandit Kumar Bose. And both of them are great, top-notch musicians of this generation. And Pandit Ajay Chakraborty, other than being extremely emotive in his craft, he's also extremely mathematical. And that is why I wanted to demonstrate Chhand and Layakari and all of this rhythm work through a video of his, Pandit Ajay Chakraborty. So I know this was maybe a bit heavy, but this was necessary. Maybe, I don't know. That's for you to decide. So that was it for this episode, and I'll meet you in the next episode. Until then, namaste.